Welcome to the Cryptosphere. This is Cryptogenic coming at you. Today is Tuesday, July 19th at 9:15 p.m. here in Northern California, and the title of my video says it all. I believe we are looking at a bull trap, folks, and I'll show you why. But before we jump into the charts, let me say that this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you what to buy, sell, hold, or otherwise. I'm simply telling you what I see in the charts. What you do with that information is your business. Secondly, know that I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, and I could be wrong now. However, I'm not going to lie about what I think. I'm not going to lie about what I see. I'm not going to try to hedge by saying, well, it could be this or it could be that. I'm simply going to tell you, this is what I think it is. And what I think is that this is a bull trap. Now, let's take a look at the charts to jump into some evidence. First of all, we start with the weekly chart because that's what I do. I go from the weekly to the daily to the 4-hour. That typically tells me everything I need to know. First of all, looking at this weekly Bitcoin chart, we've got a bullish break above the 200-week moving average, folks. Isn't that exciting? Bullish break above the 200-week moving average. That's what we've been waiting for. That's what we've been looking for, and it seems as though we've got it, folks. Secondly, if you look at the RSI, it looks mega bullish, folks. We hit the bottom. We broke above this. We can even just get rid of that because we're not coming back down to test that. We made a higher high and a higher low, and now we're making a second higher high, and the odds are we're going to make a higher low, which means that the RSI is telling us that we are in recovery, folks. That looks bullish. So we've got bullish price action. We've got bullish RSI on the weekly. So what's the problem? Well, let's move on to the daily chart, and guess what? It looks even more bullish, or just as bullish. Just in a different way. On the daily chart, we've zoomed in a little bit more, and what we see is that we've broken bullish out of a symmetric triangle. Now, if we chart the depth of this triangle, that gives us our next target. The depth of this triangle is about 30%. And so if we take from the place where we broke out and go up about 30%, that takes us up to this target here of about $27,000, about $28,000 basically. So, secondly, we got a bullish break in the RSI here on the daily chart, and so what we would expect is the RSI to retest this trend line and then bounce upward, and that would move us toward our target. Here on the daily chart, not only do we break bullish out of it, we came back down and we retested the trend line. Boom. And we kept moving up. We moved up above this line of resistance, and it looks like that line of resistance is now support. So far, everything looks bullish. So what am I talking about? Where is the bull trap? Where do we see evidence that we're looking at a bull trap? Well, let's head to the 4-hour chart, folks, because this tells us a different story. Now, at first glance, this tells us the same story. We broke bullish above the trend line. We retested it 1, 2, and 3 times in 3 consecutive candles. It was support, and now we're at a 4th candle that's above the trend line, and we're moving up. My contention, my sense is that we're not going to make it above $24,000, that we are right now at the top of this move, and let me tell you why. Look at the RSI. From this high to this high is a lower high, while simultaneously from this high to the corresponding high is a higher high. So already we've got a higher high in the price, a lower high in the RSI, classic bearish divergence. Secondly, let's look at the next move. From this high to here, we're making a lower high again, even in a micro move. But the corresponding high to the corresponding high is a higher high, which means that the bearish divergence is becoming even more severe. You see that? The bearish divergence just in the last 5 or 6 candles has intensified, has increased. What this tells me is that this move is over. At the 4-hour chart, the RSI of the 4-hour chart was the first to discover it. Maybe if we looked at the 2-hour chart or the 1-hour chart, it would be even more intense. Matter of fact, let's do this. Let's look at the 1-hour chart and let's see what that looks like. Yeah, so the bearish divergence here It's flat. But in the price, it's steep. So that's still bearish divergence. So the 4-hour chart has discerned this before the daily chart and before the weekly chart. And what that tells me is that the energy has left the wine on this move, folks. The energy has left the wine. And what I'm expecting is for us to suddenly begin to trend downward and do another one of these and come all the way down and test the bottom of this trend. And in fact, I think it's possible that we can break through the bottom of this trend. And if we break through the bottom of this trend, this could take us all the way down to $16,789. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. That's what I see. Could I be wrong? Of course I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. But that's what I see. That's what the chart's telling me. What's the chart telling you? Well, folks, that's all I got for you tonight. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for considering. Do me a favor and hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to me already. And hit that little bell. What that will do is it'll notify you every time I've got something new. Lastly, leave me a comment. Just let me know what you think. It really helps the algorithm. I appreciate it very much. But above all, make it your aim to sleep in peace every night, wake in joy every morning, and walk in love every day. This is Cryptogenic, signing out.